Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It's a rather balmy day, so this will hopefully be an appropriate treat. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, though? Happens to be my Rebel Ayatoya shirt. Yeah, Ayatoya. See? It's a thing. The hell is Ayatoya, though? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Ayatoya is a musical artist who I became aware of a couple years ago now. I believe she was on tour with the band Cold when I got to go see them perform, and I was really blown away by her set. Like, she is a one-person musical visual machine of awesomeness. It's a hell of a thing to get up on stage in any circumstance, but especially when you're up there by yourself making it all happen, that's so incredible to me. I really loved her set, thought she was really cool. After her set, I got some pictures with her, I got some CDs, some merch. I even got some videos of her performance. Those videos are on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as her music goes, because I think she's a fantastic artist. And she's actually from Chicago, so that's pretty cool too. So, from Illinois. Anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it appropriate for the balmy weather? Well, that's because, somewhat weirdly, it's boom! It is from BK. This is their strawberry, or frozen strawberry and NERDS drink. So it's basically like, their frozen strawberry icy or slushy or whatever the fuck they want to call it. And then it's got NERDS on it. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. As you can see, it's already melted a fair amount. Let's just kind of go, Yeah, I think they prepped it a little bit too early because there was a line that was not moving terribly quickly. And that's, just is what it is. But I think they probably prepped it when they first got my order, and it took a while for me to get to it. So it's already a little bit squishy. I'm not a big NERDS fan, if I'm being honest with you. Even as a kid, they were never like a favorite candy of mine. But let's try them out in this frozen formation. Well, the frozen strawberry part of it is nice. I don't know if I've ever actually had their frozen strawberry drink. Maybe. Like, I eat at Burger King here and there, but like not as like a super regular thing. So sometimes I miss stuff on their menu. It's possible that's been the case with this. But it actually has a nice strawberry flavor. Not like fresh strawberry, but it's identifiably strawberry. It doesn't just taste like red. Yeah. It's cool, it's refreshing. It's sweet. And it's also obviously, since it's frozen, it's got that nice chilled aspect. And then it's got just a little bit of a tangy spank. Not like heavy or anything, but, because you go to strawberries aren't strictly sweet. They're a mix of sweet and tart, Gives you those nice contrasting flavors. All right, I want to get more of the NERDS in this. So that, I guess, because it's just, why? This is definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, this feels like a gimmick for the sake of being a gimmick. But, what the fuck ever, man. Because, with the exception of, like, a light textural element to it, and then it's not like they're out throughout the entire thing, they're just on top, so they're just a topping. I don't know. I feel like this could have been much better constructed. See, because I'm not really getting any NERDS. Like, I get like one here and there, but realistically, you would need to scatter these throughout the entire thing for it to really have a significant impact. Try to get like a cluster. Okay. Alright. I'm of two thoughts about the Nerds now, having finally gotten a decent chunk of them. One is negative, one is positive. Let's go with the positive one first. I actually do like what they bring to the flavor, because you get them, you've already got the nice strawberry going on from the drink itself, and you bite into one of them, and they're like these little explosions of flavor, so it just kind of adds to like that extra tanginess. It gives it a little something. It's actually pretty nice. I like that. Like, I like it more than I thought I would. The negative aspect, I don't like the textural element that it adds to it. Like, if I'm drinking a frozen drink, I just typically want it to be a nice, smooth, frozen beverage. Now, I have these little hard pieces in there, and I don't know, man, it's like in my brain, it's almost like I'm trying to, like, suck up, little seeds or something like that. I'm not huge into that, so, yeah, I'm very kind of with this whole thing. I don't hate it, but it just feels weird, because, like, when you've got them in your mouth, it feels almost gritty, like sand or something got in your mouth. I don't know that this is... I think I would have just massively preferred this just as the beverage itself. The Nerds are kind of an interesting add-on, and I could see some people being more into them than I am, but two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? As is with the strawberry and the Nerds, because that's what we're going off of, right? Not anything else. No and sure. For me personally, like I just said, I would just prefer the drink. I think the drink is tasty. It's a nice frozen beverage. I'm a big fan of frozen beverages. I'm perfectly down with just the drink. I think that's really nice. And although I was surprised at how nice of an addition the flavor was from the Nerds, like the Nerds, they might eventually dissolve, but they're not really going to add anything to the flavor passively, right? You need to get them in there and you need to break them apart to get that explosive feeling or that explosive taste. And then the problem with that is, again, the textural aspect of it, for me, is just weird. I don't like that mix of hard and soft textures in that instance. Now, that said, if I'm recommending it, I mean, I could see it being especially something fun for maybe, kids. Like, now, I'm not saying that you should be going over there and giving your kids super sugary drinks or fast food. I'm not, help them make good decisions. But, maybe as a treat or something. If you're an adult, I'm sure you can still enjoy it. But, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I think, again, I think other people might take away more from it than I do. I don't think it's a terrible collaboration, although it does feel a little bit lazy for what it is. And some people might take more away from it. For me it doesn't work, but I think if you think it'll be fun, give it a shot, that kind of thing. It's a limited time item. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Over there, episodes truly nerds-tastic rest of your life, I guess. Like I said, a lot of people seem to like them. I never got it. I never really... Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your take on Nerds? Like I said, they're a popular candy. They've been around for goddamn ever. So obviously people like them, but like even when they came out, like the Nerds robe and like the nerd clusters and stuff like that, you know, I remember like my friends getting excited about it when I was younger. And I remember just me personally just being like, nah, yeah, they were fine. I didn't, you know, I tried them. I don't know. And again, I don't hate them or anything. They're not like anything I would ever go to. Like never in my life have I ever thought, ooh, Nerds. It's always like, Nerds. You know, somebody maybe gives me a handful of them or something. But let me know your personal experience with them.